Welcome back to the Red Zone. This week's correspondent is wide receiver Jack Schroeder, who will take us inside the Cardinal Corner.
Hi, I'm Jack Schroeder. I'm a sophomore wide receiver. I'm also known for my maniac skills on special teams. We're going to introduce a couple wide receivers today. Hi, I'm here with Manny Juarez, also a sophomore wide receiver. If you were put back in the position that Nick Hicks was put in as a Wildcat, how do you think you would have done?
200 yards at least, 3 touchdowns, and a reception.
That's a little low, don't you think?
It is, but I don't know. It's Wheaton, so didn't want to compete him too bad. So,
what's your comment on the bomb squad?
Bomb squad, you know, there's only 3 of us left. That's our freshman receiving core, but the 3 that are left are pretty cool. So,
I'm here with sophomore wide receiver Jordan McGaw. He was also part of the bomb squad. Can you describe what the bomb squad was for us?
The bomb squad was actually the JV receivers. There was, I think, 4 of us, and Alex Hahn, the quarterback, formed a little group that pretty much destroyed last year, I'd say. What do you think?
I would agree with you. Can you give us the signal for the bomb squad?
Sure, I can. All right, you just take your 2 fists together like this, bang them together, and then it explodes. It's pretty simple. If
Coach were to put you back in the Wildcat formation like Nick Hicks, how do you think you would have done?
It would have been lights out. You know, I think I would have hit the holes just like Nick did in a little bit of slower fashion. You know, just because I don't have that explosive speed. But I was really happy to see it work out for him. You know.
We also know that you have a cannon as an arm. Do you think you could have thrown a touchdown pass maybe?
You know, I think I would have thrown 3. You know, just approximately. I don't know. However many pass plays he would have called, you know, something like that.
I'm here with freshman quarterback Spencer Stanek. I know Coach Jeff was talking to you and Alex about putting you guys in the Wildcat formation. If you were put in the same position as Hicks, how do you think you would have done?
I don't know. Hicks is so much faster than me and Alex, but I don't know. It would have been pretty cool to see what me and Han could have done.
Can you give any stats, what you would think you would have done?
I don't know. Me and Han probably combined for about 3-4 touchdowns.
I see you have a cast on, but if Coach were to put you back in the Wildcat formation like Nick Hicks, how do you think you would have done?
Probably like Michael Vick, even a little bit better, I think. Got the speed.
Can I get some statistics?
Probably about 10 yards every carry, I'd say. Maybe a touchdown, break a few. I don't know.
10 yards every carry?
Yeah. Make a few stiff arms, you know.
Total yards?
Maybe 150, 200.
What about throwing? Anything?
I can't throw with the club, man.
Aren't you a righty?
It's hard. You got to get the ball holding it.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you guys can make it out to Bloomington to watch the North Central Cardinals defeat the Wesleyan Titans.
Coach, Aaron Fanthorpe, CCIW Player of the Week for his 4-touchdown performance against Wheaton College, speaks for itself. Sean Wild, Special Teams Player of the Week. Sean's not had to punt a whole lot this year, but when called upon last week, he did a great job.
He did. It was a field position game for 2.5 quarters. Our defense had been playing extremely well, and we were having trouble getting going. So for Sean to give them a long field continually, it really helped our defense out, and our defense, I think in the second half, they got a first down on their first series, and then they forced 5 straight 3-and-outs. And, you know, that allowed us to have a short field and really get the offense going again. So Sean was instrumental in that field position battle.
And D3Football.com, now they got a Team of the Week. Sean Wild also made that. Josh McLeod made it for his performance as a safety, leading the team in tackles. And Kyle Fedorowicz also on there. Kyle, I believe, doubled his reception total for the season with 3 catches. Yeah. He had 2 touchdowns. That gives him 3 on the season. I think all year we've been waiting for Kyle to get involved with this offense. Finally had a big game against Wheaton. Is that something we could see more of in the future?
I hope so, because he played extremely well last year in the Wheaton game. I'm hoping that he wasn't just waiting for this game again, but no, Kyle is a tremendous weapon. He's 6'8", 260 pounds. He can run. You saw how well he catches the ball, so he really is a weapon that we need to really include in the offense.
Coach, with so many weapons, we've talked about Nick Hicks at the Wildcat, you have Joe Antonacci at wide receiver, so many weapons. Is it hard, or do some guys sometimes get lost in kind of the shuffle?
You know, our group, I mentioned earlier about the defensive guys playing for each other, and we spend a lot of time in our meeting times talking about things non-football related, life kinds of issues, and our guys they're so unselfish, and to a man, there's not a single guy in that room in our meetings with the varsity offense that is at all concerned about lack of touches. They just want to win, and they're thrilled to see their teammates have success because they all know how hard each other person has worked to get to this point. So that's really been refreshing, and as coaches, we've talked about that, how lucky we are to have a group like this, so unselfish.
Well, Coach, that hard work's been paying off. North Central College, they moved to number 9 in the country in D3Football.com's latest rankings. Wheaton College, they fall to number 14 after the loss. Coach, in 2 weeks, Otterbein, they're going to travel to Mount Union to take on the number 1 Purple Raiders. Are you giving them much of a chance to beat Mount Union?
You know, it's hard to say anybody's going to beat Mount Union with confidence. Nobody's done it with the exception of Ohio Northern in that conference many years ago. But Otterbein has a great coaching staff. We had a chance this summer to clinic with them and 3 other staffs from around the Midwest. And their head coach, Joe Loth, is a great guy. He will have a game plan that will be designed to attack what Mount Union's doing and give them a chance. They lost their quarterback early in the season, who was an All-OAC player last year, and yet they're 7-0. And I think they lost him in game 2. So that speaks to the quality of that coaching staff.
Yeah, well, Purple Raiders, they also have depth. Well, join us this Saturday as we hit the road to Bloomington, where the Illinois Wesleyan Titans will be waiting to take on the country's 9th-ranked North Central College. Kickoff at Wilder Field is set for 1 p.m. NCTV 17 is always keeping you connected with your area sports scene. Along with Coach Jeff Thorne, I'm Jeff Mahoney. See you next time on your Community Television Leader, Channel 17. Go Cardinals.